Hey guys, so this is Alicia from LBCC Historical, and we're gonna try this again. Yesterday it didn't work. We had some video problems, and I didn't really like the way it turned out, so we're gonna try a different style. I have some really great tips for you with powdering and hair and things, and Kira is here with me as well, aren't you? So let's get started. First thing you'll notice is that my hair is actually looks really red right now. So it's actually really more of a strawberry blonde, auburny color, but last night with doing the videos, I powdered and pomaded and I put the color in my hair. So that's all ready to go. I wanted to show you the difference. So here we have a hairpiece, and I actually go over how to make these, how to pomade and powder these. And here we have one that has been powdered with the pink powder. So you can see the difference. This is actually what my hair looks like without the pink powder in. You may think, oh, like I thought it was going to be bubblegum pink. Well, so here's the pink powder. Because my hair already has that reddish tint to it, you know, that's why it's not turning a bubblegum pink. But you can definitely see the difference in these two. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. So this right here would be a bad powder job, okay? You don't want that. The only way to do with this, because basically you want to get your powder even throughout your hair. So what you need to do, you need two things. You need your wooden comb that has two different teeth, the wide teeth and the small teeth. And then you need your boar bristle brush. And this is really important. If you don't have a boar bristle brush, powdering isn't going to work super well, because that's the basic type of brush that you would use to get everything even throughout your hair. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to brush, okay? And you're going to brush that powder throughout. Now, the thing with these brushes is that when you're working with the powder, you actually have to kind of clean them a little bit. Otherwise, it just keeps running the powder through. So as you can see, this is better, okay? So now what you're going to do is you're going to take, and remember we have different powder puffs for this. This is your pink powder puff. This is your white powder puff. Keep your colored powder puff separate. It'll just be better in the long run, and trust me, you'll thank me. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to lay your hairpiece down on, if you're going to do it in the grass, you know, that would work too. If you're going to do it inside, lay some paper towel or newspaper, something down like that. So the first thing you're going to do is put it in there. On your surface, you're going to run this through the hair. Okay? You can kind of see it's already picked up some color. It's easier to do on a hard surface, so I'm going to run this through. Okay? So, and you can see the difference. So when you're working with hair pieces, it's really important to make sure you don't just get the front of your hair piece, because this is the front, this is the back. Okay, you can totally tell that the back isn't done. Make sure to get the back of your hair piece as well. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to rub that in really well. Then you're going to take your small tooth comb, and you're going to brush it, and you can see the powder kind of falling out. You're going to evenly distribute your powder. Colored powder is beautiful. It takes a long time to work with. So there you go, right? And it now matches my hair again. Just frame of reference. Here's another hair piece that is not done. So this is what the pink powder does, okay? So when you look at the drawings of brushes that they had historically, they actually had a brush like this with the pointed end, and it had the boar bristles just like this. It works really, really well for combing out your powder and for combing out your, just getting everything really even. Actually, we used quite a bit of them in my hair yesterday. We're going to do a totally different style today. So when you think about like early 18th century, the style was very close to the head. Curls, you know, there may be a little bit of a poof on top, but not necessarily. As you get into the mid, say the 1770s or so, you start to have this really tall poof. And in the beginning, it just kind of goes back. You have this poof. No, the poof doesn't lay back here. The poof is up here, right? So it just kind of goes back. And you don't necessarily have too much. You may have some curls, but they're pretty close to your head. By the time you get to the 1780s and 1790s, you have this hedgehog. But every once in a while, we still see these tall hairstyles, except they don't have the really tight curls to the head now. Now they have stuff kind of coming out the side. So that's what we're going to strive for. But see how nice this is distributed throughout the hair? That was part of the problem last night. So this is going to be a really good tip for you. But I don't really have time to worry about my hair too much. So before events, I usually pomade and powder my hair before we leave. Because as long as you have that base pomade and powder in, you're pretty much good to go. You don't have to always be repomading and repowdering. You can, so like today's the second day of my pomade and powder. Well, you can use the pomade on the ends for the curls. We'll show you how to do this. You can use the pomade on the end for the curls, and you can repowder when you're finished, but you know, that's it. So it's a lot easier to get that first pomade and powder in. And I did make a video, but the basic thing is when you have a lot of powder in, to get it even, and you can't do that. A comb can only do so much. This works really great to pull out gunk and things like that, but as far as brushing your powder through your hair, you really need to have a boar bristle brush. Okay. Helpful hints for today. Boar bristle brushes. Make sure if you have an event that you're going to go to and you don't have a lot of time to do your hair, powder and pomade the night before, and then, you know, make sure it's brushed out really well. So you don't have to worry about it. You can just set your hair and go. And it will save you a lot of time and frustration. Check out my long, beautiful, flowing hair. That is completely historical hair care right there. Look how long and full it is. And I'll be the first to admit I have very fine hair.